guys, it's Jessica. Today, it's June favorites time. I've got a couple of makeup items. I've got a hair care item, skincare, fashion, an office, like helpful organization item, a travel item. I'm gonna share with you guys my favorite song right now. I'm gonna share with you guys the book I'm reading right now. So it's gonna be an interesting mix of stuff. Let's dive in. So I have most of my makeup done, but I do have a few beauty favorites that I wanted to put on and tell you about them so you can kind of see them in action. If you follow me on Instagram, this will not surprise you, but I have been loving the e.l.f. New Classics palette. This is, I wanna say, it's under 15. I wanna say it's like 12 or 14 bucks. You guys, this is a gorgeous palette. I have not felt this excited about I was gonna say an e.l.f. palette, but honestly about a drugstore palette in a while. This collection of colors, if you are a neutrals girl like me, right? Like this is so, the only thing that throws me is that little bit of green, but if you cover it, it looks a lot more neutral. So don't let that throw you, but it's a really pretty color too. I have not used every single color in here because some of them haven't jumped out at me. The shimmers are gorgeous. The mattes are gorgeous. They blend well. It's got a bunch of medium-ish shades to be able to blend with if you need. It's got a matte black. It's got a matte like beige. It's got plenty of different types of shimmers. I mean, it really, for me, has it all. It really does. I already have eye primer on, and any other makeup I'm already wearing, I'll have linked down below like I always do. I'm just gonna start with this cream color. This is what I've been doing a lot, and just stick it on the brow bone to kind of lighten that area. I'm gonna grab this Glamour shade, which is kind of a satiny. There is definitely a shimmery shift to it. I'm gonna grab this Truffle shade. This is one of my favorites. And I'm just gonna blend that lightly into the crease. Oh, it's my favorite e.l.f. palette they've ever come out with. I feel like some of them have been hit or miss, like the Matte for Mattes, some of them, those are good, but then I feel like if you get a bad batch somehow, it like totally is different. I don't know. I don't know how they're manufacturing and supply, how that works, but I do feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's some disparity between some of the exact same palette. One of my favorite shades, I don't think I'm gonna wear today. I love these two shades here. This one called Platinum that looks almost like greenish silver, and then Opulent, which is like this beautiful deep green. I don't know that I'm gonna do that today for this, but I just wanted to point those out. This Rose Gold shade and this Cosmo shade, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna take this Darling shade and just kind of tap it over that shimmer. If I kind of want a little bit of glimmer on my eyelid, but I love this kind of a brown camel color all over. I feel like it really makes my brown eyes pop because it's got that little warm pull to it. But by having that shimmer underneath, it does add a little bit of almost like a textured quality I think is pretty. The only other option I have in here is this Rose Gold, and that's a little bit more punchy than I want today. But this Darling shade is one of those shades that I can just put all over the lid, kind of like I'm doing now, blend it into the crease and go, and it looks so pretty. Kind of similar to, if you saw my 10-minute makeup look I did, I used a cream bronzer all over the eye and it looks so pretty. It's a similar look, just with the powder. I'm gonna take a little bit of Earth for my lower lash line. Just kind of blend that up just a little bit. So the next favorite this month is the Covergirl Trunaked Queenship Cream Shadow Sticks, particularly in the shade 920. It's this gorgeous, oh my gosh, like kind of peachy, light gold cream shadow. So I have put it all over the lid and blended it. I like it kind of in the inner corner, just like that. It's such a quick thing. It takes literally, what did that take, 5 seconds? And it really does kind of add something to your look. They also have darker shades that you could use. Like I like to use cream shadow sticks, especially if they're darker on the lower lash line. You can smudge it really quickly before it kind of sets. But this particular one is just one that I have loved more than any of them, so I felt like mentioning it. Very similar dupe to, like, for example, this is the Laura Mercier Rose Gold Caviar Stick. This is like a million times more expensive, and they feel really similar. Now this is kind of a different shade. That's the Laura Mercier one there. They're slightly different. The e.l.f. one has some glitter in it, but it's not glitter that's gonna like fall all over your face or anything like that. So I love the Covergirl one. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of liner on really fast, and then we'll talk about my favorite mascara. So the FedEx guy, I have to share this with you guys. The FedEx guy is here, you know, a lot. And every time he walks up, I can see that he's pulled up, you know, and every time he gets here, he's always talking to someone on the phone. I'm like, who are you talking to on the phone all day long? Who is available at all times that you can just be chatting all day long? It's every single time, you guys. There's not been a single time he's come where he isn't talking to someone. It just blows my mind. I'm like, I don't have enough to say to someone to talk to them all day long, but who in the world is it like another FedEx driver and they're just maybe that's what it is. It just makes me laugh. I had to share that. So here's something interesting. The Laura Mercier one, I just tried to scrub it off. The Laura Mercier one scrubbed off really easily. This CoverGirl one is not budging. I mean, I got to get like a makeup remover wipe, so that's pretty cool. I hadn't compared them in that way, but I think the CoverGirl one might last a little longer now. So my next favorite, while I'm curling my lashes, is from Essence. And it's this like $5 mascara. It's called their Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara. It says it's got lengthening fibers. I don't know about all that. I'm sure maybe it does. But what I like about it is a lot of fiber mascaras I've used, you can kind of see the fibers and I feel like they end up kind of on the top of my cheeks throughout the day. I do not have that at all with this. The only con, because this adds crazy black volume, it separates, it holds a curl all freaking day long, but it is a little bit harder to remove. It's not waterproof, but I kind of wonder if it technically is, because even with like my best makeup removers, I'm still like, oh, there's still the remnants. And pretty much with every other mascara I love, I don't have that at all. So I think that's why it holds a curl so well. So you have to decide, you know, is it worth it or not? It's really nice. I have to say, it's really, really nice. It's got kind of a traditional wand, but I feel like even with one coat, especially when I'm in a hurry, this mascara is the bomb. And I curled my lashes today, but like if you saw my 10-minute makeup video, you don't even have to curl. I mean, I guess it depends on your individual lashes, but like I feel like I can use this to push my lashes up and it still holds like that kind of a curl, you know what I mean? And this is one of the few mascaras that even if I didn't have any liner on, I can kind of wiggle it at the base and I feel like it still darkens the area right where the lash meets the lid, where the rubber meets the road. And so it darkens it so it looks almost as though I did put a little bit of liner on, and that's pretty rare. I mean, there's not a lot of mascaras that blacken it so much there at the base, and this one really does. All right, moving on to some face products that I am loving. Where is it? Did it roll away? There it is. My RMS Buriti bronzer. I know some of you guys, I mentioned it and you were like, I bought it the second you mentioned it and put it on because you liked the way it looked. This is such a unique cream bronzer because it doesn't look like, let me show you a comparison. This, I love the Milk Makeup Baked Matte Bronzer. You guys, this is so creamy, so glidey. I almost mentioned it today, but I wanted to mention this because not a lot of people talk about it, and a lot of people love this Milk one for good reason. It's so good. But even the tone of this RMS one, it looks like it's slightly glowy. It looks like it's a little bit almost, I want to say cooler, but at the same time, when you put it on, it kind of pulls red in a way where it like actually looks like a real suntan. It's so pretty. So I use my Sephora number 41 brush always, and I literally just kind of lightly buff it into the skin there over your foundation. I don't put it over powder. I don't know how well that would work, but you can see it does kind of pull, and maybe that's my skin, you know what I mean? But it does kind of have this pull to it that almost looks reddish. I can't explain it, like pinkish, but it looks so pretty. And you can just kind of rub it all over. It's got this kind of slightly satiny, I don't want to say shimmery because there is no detectable glitter or anything like that in this, but I feel like when I wear it, I don't necessarily need blush. It just looks so sun-kissed and beautiful. So sometimes I'll literally, because I didn't use a sponge to apply my foundation, I just used my fingers. I'll just take my fingers to kind of help blend that area in. If you feel, especially on the forehead, that's where I feel like sometimes I'm not the best at blending it out with that brush. Okay, this isn't technically a favorite this month because it's a favorite for life. The Flower Beauty Blush Balm, I literally am almost out of. I was just squeezing it and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like literally there's just like this tiny bit. So my next favorite is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is their Beauty Light Wand Easy Highlighter. It's in the shade Spotlight. So I think they have some blushy shades too that I literally saw in a few YouTubers videos and I was like, oh no, Jessica, no. But I'm like, I want it because it's literally the same thing, but it's a blush shade and it's got some like highlighty quality to it. And I was like, but I'm trying to be good. I like to kind of put this onto my hand and then grab my ring finger and tap it into those areas. And it is so beautiful. Sometimes I wipe it off if I get a little too much, but it catches the light beautifully. It's so easy to blend into the skin, especially with the warmth of your finger. And I like to take a little bit and tap it on my brow bone. A little bit up there as always. You guys see me do this all the time. I know you're probably like, Get a new look, Jessica. It's just so pretty. And it's expensive, but I will say this, you guys. If you have a gift card or you're wanting to save up or splurge, whatever, this is just one of those that it's gonna last for a very long time because you use so little. And I just feel like it's one of those beautiful products that I'm working on finding a dupe for in the drugstore, but I haven't yet. I have already bought some products for this video, but I need to buy, there are a couple more I'm looking for. Basically, drugstore versions of my favorite cream products, or drugstore bronzers, blushes, and highlights. So I have a few already. They're hiding in my closet right now. I've got a couple more to pick up, but I will be doing that video because I know a lot of my favorite cream products happen to be high-end, and I don't love that because I'm sure there are equivalent products at the drugstore, so I'm on the hunt. If you have any recommendations, let me know below. Okay, so makeup is done. So my skincare favorite is my nighttime moisturizer right now. It's from Paula's Choice. It's their Omega Plus Complex Moisturizer with chia and flaxseed. It says it's for normal to dry skin. Honestly, I could see this being good with oily skin too because it's not a very dewy kind of a moisturizer. It's a very almost whipped moisturizer, and it doesn't give a super moisturized look to the skin. So it says this delicate cream nourishes dry skin with a blend of shea butter and omega oils that quiet factors in skin which trigger signs of stress and irritation. That's what I mean. It's a very like calming moisturizer. Ceramides, plant oils, and botanical antioxidants, passion fruit and guava, provide barrier strengthening nutrients for healthier skin. So it helps address like dry and flaky skin. It hydrates, it soothes. I just feel like when I put this on, after I put on serum, you know, a toner, an essence, a serum, all of that stuff, I feel like it just kind of holds it all in. And I've really been enjoying this. I love the packaging. I love that Paula's Choice has updated the way their products look because I've told you this before, but there's something about when something looks really scientific, like the label looks very kind of sciencey and boring, that I'm like, ugh, I'm so shallow, and I know that's terrible, but I love like it's just kind of cleaned up, it's really simplified, and I'm really drawn to it now, so good job, Paula's Choice. My hair care favorite is, I've mentioned before, but I don't know that I've ever given it proper love in a favorites video, so I wanted to mention it today. It's this SheaMoisture Detangler, and it's coconut and hibiscus with a little bit of a marshmallow smell. It's technically a kid's detangler, but who cares? It smells like coconut and marshmallows. It smells so good. This has lasted me quite a while. I don't use it when I do my hair like this, but if I'm doing it any other way, I do use a detangler because my hair needs it. I just spray it all over my wet hair, let it sink in for about 20 seconds, and then I brush through with like a wet brush. And actually I've been using the Kristen S like detangling brush. I like that one a lot too. That one you can find at Target. I'll link both of the ones I use below because I like them both. Anyway, this stuff works and it smells amazing and it's slightly inexpensive at the drugstore. So I just had to give it some love. It's so good. This is a kind of a desky favorite. It's this planner sheet from Erin Condren. I used to use like the Erin Condren planners and all that, but I've realized over the years, and maybe I'll get back into it one day. I feel like I go through phases, but right now I do better with just daily to-do lists. I need it simple. I tried a bullet journal. I even started one for this year, and I kind of let that because I really just prefer a simple to-do list. I can move the things to the next. Anyway, this has worked really well for me because it's got every day of the week, and then it's got just one box for the weekend, and then it has this kind of ongoing to-do list over here. I love how simple it is. I love that when I'm done with the week, I can rip the page off and recycle it. And it's just, if you're like me and you need it to be simple for it to be useful for you, I think you'd really like this. I totally would have used this as a teacher as well. What I ended up doing is essentially this, but I would do it on random notepads. So it'd be nice to have it all in one, but not so big. Like I don't like those big desk pads either. That's kind of a cross between both. So I love it. I tried using their teacher planner for years, but there's another cardinal. I tried using their teacher planner for years, but it just didn't have enough room for me. Okay, next favorite is this jean jacket from Target. It's their Universal Thread brand. I'm almost positive they still sell it, and I've seen it online, so I'll link it online. If you have been searching for something that like pulls every outfit together, you're looking for a jean jacket. I'm telling you, I don't think I've ever been into them my entire life. I've owned one when I was maybe in high school and I never wore it because it wasn't comfortable. It was really stiff. And so I've gone 30 years of my life without a jean jacket. And the second I finally found one that's actually comfortable and fits me the way I want it to, it has transformed like every outfit. It looks so cute over dresses. It looks cute over like a shirt with leggings. It looks cute over so much. I can't wait to wear it in the fall too. I had to recommend this one because it's a little bit softer than most, and it's flexible in the arms enough that you don't feel like you can't lift your arm above like this section. If you're interested in other favorites of mine that are like more affordable fashion favorites, I recently did an Amazon video where I shared a bunch of dresses, a new one-piece swimsuit that I fell in love with that's like actually comfortable and like holds you in everywhere, including your midsection. It is so flattering. I love it. I've bought 2 of them. All of them are under like 29 bucks. I'll link that video below. All right, next favorite, I need to hide my little luggage tag, is this bag, also from Amazon. This has been my favorite carry-on bag ever because it's really, really big, but it's not so big that you can't actually carry it on your shoulder. The shoulder drop is long enough that you can carry it up there. It's pretty comfortable. I think it also came with like a long strap, but I don't use that. But it's got a couple of compartments inside. There are quite a few different designs of this. Like if you wanted a plain color, maybe you don't like floral. I clearly love floral. But it also has this strap in the back where you can slide it into the like handle of your suitcase. But I've also used it just like as a weekender bag. It can fit a surprising amount. I just love it. It's well made, it's sturdy, it's heavy canvas. So I just wanted to give that a shout out because I really think it's a nice bag, and I wanna say it was around like $35-ish if you're really needing a good weekender bag or a really good spacious carry-on bag. So my favorite song right now is by Jason Mraz, and it's actually one of his older songs. It's called Details in the Fabric. It's one of those good life songs. Oh my gosh, the lyrics are so good. Some lyrics are like, hold your own, know your name, and go your own way. And he's talking about like all this other stuff in your life are just details in the fabric of, I'm getting the goosebumps. They're the details in the fabric of your life. And it's so true, like all of the, I'm getting emotional. Jessica, can you hold it? No, I'm not pregnant. I'm just emotional. But it's so true, like in your life, think about all of these little things that happen to you throughout time, you know, people passing away that you love, people getting sick, things just happening in your life, like, you know, maybe unexpected bills that you're stressed on how you're gonna pay for them, or happy things that happen in your life, you know, buying a home, going on an amazing trip, making happy memories in your own backyard with your kids or with your spouse or whatever, your family. All of these things are the details in the fabric of your life, and they're making up not only your life, but who you are. And I love that notion. Love that song for probably over 10 years. I remember listening to it in college all the time too, and it's such a good song. Give it a listen. It's a very chill song too, but the lyrics are so good. The book I'm reading right now is Outlander, and I have not watched the series, and I'm excited that you guys were telling me, because I know it's a Showtime series, and my coworker I used to work with, Kristen, had told me, she's like, Jessica, if you like Game of Thrones, you need to watch Outlander. You will love it. And I never watched it, and so now I'm like, okay, I'm reading the book, and I know it's a big series, but listen, I have been reading the first book in this series for weeks, and I'm only 20% of the way through. It's a long book, but I will say this, even at only 20%, I'm totally into the story. Like, I'm already in, but it did take me about 12% of the book to start carrying. I don't know the page numbers because I'm on my Kindle reading it, you know. It's pretty good. It's, to not give anything away, a woman who's married, living in, I wanna say post-war, like 40s, in Scotland, at the time, something happens and she's suddenly back in time. And so she's figuring out what time period she's in, and she's getting to know these people and trying to figure out how she got there. It's really interesting, and I love that it's also got like these Scottish superstitions and things like that kind of weaved into it, and I just think it's such an interesting story, and the characters so far are pretty interesting too. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I know a lot of you guys have said, oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't know how I'm gonna find the time to finish it all though, because it's taking me forever, but it is what it is. So those were all of my favorites for the month. I hope that you enjoyed this. I love filming this. This is one of my favorite videos to film. I wish like a lot of the bigger YouTubers would get back into this, because I love monthly favorites, especially if they started doing more than just makeup, because I would love to hear like some of them that only do makeup. I'm like, I would love to know what music they're loving right now. I would love to know what books they're reading right now. By the way, these earrings, I clearly want to just keep talking. I don't want to stop filming today. These earrings I bought at a grocery store, Meijer. Go see if they still have them if you have a Meijer near you. I'm sorry if you don't. And I also bought these rings. I do not own many rings, but these were at Meijer. It was the brand Messini, which might be Meijer's brand. I don't know. But but they're so cute and delicate. They're sterling silver, so that, you know, they're not gonna last forever, but they should last a decent amount of time. They're very easy to bend and stuff, but I just thought these were so pretty. I'm like, I would like to, you know, other than my wedding ring, it's fun wearing some rings that are not super expensive at all, but you never know. Look at your local supermarket. They've got cute jewelry, and that was per your guys' recommendation. Okay, I guess I'll hang up the phone now. But I love you guys. Stay tuned. I'm filming today a day in the life video vlog, and I'm sharing some new drugstore products that I bought, and that's some makeup. And it's like brand spanking new I've not heard anyone talk about, so I can't wait to share them with you guys. So stay tuned for that video. I hope you'll watch it. If you've never watched a vlog before, try one of mine. You might be surprised, you might like it, and I splash a lot of beauty in there. So I hope you'll give it a try this time around. But anyway, I hope you'll subscribe. I will catch you guys in my next one. I love you all. Happy July. Oh my gosh, it's July.